So I've been asked the question, when should I throw the club in the golf swing? Now throwing the club for me is a little bit of dodgy terminology, but we do throw the club. I call it seeking its inline condition, but that's a bit techie. So let's throw the club in the right spot and let's share with you when that is and how we can practice that to make you play better golf. So if I just take this alignment rod and try and show you a little bit about throwing, what we see with a lot of golfers is they would throw the club in the wrong spot. They get to the top of their backswing and they think, right, let me throw this club as fast and hard as I can. And there it goes, behind the golf ball. No good. That is what we would call a casting action, losing our angular momentum, losing all our built up, stored energy. So from a power point of view, really, really inefficient. From a direction point of view, if I get a golf club and do that same kind of throwing action, look at that club head. It's overtaking my hands. So when I get to contact, it's going to be going upwards and going left. So if I do happen to make good contact with the ball, it's going to go high and left. Quite often people will do this throwing action as a result of the backswing, for sure. And sometimes the throwing action comes to try and square the face up because it's so open. Again, I've covered that in different videos. So we need ideally the correct backswing to be able to throw the club in the right way. We need to wind the body up the right way. We need to load the wrist the right way to be able to unleash the power with the right throwing action in the right spot. Realistically, this is about lever release. So lever is the difference between the shaft and the arm and the hands there. That's a lever, we would call it. And unleashing that lever is what we're really looking at and when we do it. Probably the best way I could tell you conceptually is you never feel like you unleash it. It happens with the natural forces that are happening in the golf swing and now we move. But if we were going to think about unleashing it, we want to be unleashing it there. So pretty much just to the right of the target and in the line, probably lower than the target. Again, if I take a rod again and try and throw it now the correct way, so if I try and throw the club, I want to be throwing it there. So the conceptual idea is at the target, not at the ball, and certainly not before the ball. So if I just think now throwing this at the target, look at already what's happening to my body. I'm extending, I'm rotating, I'm opening up. Not trying to do that, I'm just focusing on the intent of what I'm trying to do with this rod. And because I'm a golfer, I came up on my toe. That's natural for me to do. If I play tennis, I come up on my toe because I do so much golf. So it looks a bit weird, but that's what happens. So the intention is important. Now we've got to get that intention into you hitting that little golf ball on the floor because we're all so consciously aware of staring at the ball and making contact with the ball. We're all a bit scared, okay, of making our attention out there. But if I gave you a more natural sport like a tennis, possibly a baseball, you wouldn't be looking necessarily rigidly down at the ground. So what I want you to do is feel that we're going to get our chest, our heart, and our eyes to be up. And I want to finish with our club pointing like a laser at the lower part of the fairway and to the right of the hole. So we want it not to be round the corner here so much at this point. It will go around there. But we want to try and get this straight line condition. Okay, let's talk about our thumbs. My thumbs are going to point down and to the right to a spot around about here, or even a little bit further out if it's a slightly longer swing, to get the feeling of unleashing the club in the right place. If I do that casting action, my thumbs will be pointing back there. We don't want that. So the idea is in this, we're going to do a small swing, point the thumbs, and let our head swivel. Doesn't go forward, swivels and tilts to look up, to free up our body to help this. Let's have a go. Great shot. Fall through was too long on that one, but definitely the right feel. I definitely threw the club in the right spot. So this one I'm going to try and be more disciplined and get that club pointing a bit shorter. So shorter fall through with the body still doing the same thing if I can. Yeah, perfect. Even if I say so myself. So those two, I can't fault the shots. They're obviously less power than a full shot, but what I'm trying to do is train that impact and work from that impact into a full swing. So I might do 10 of those, and then all of a sudden then try and get the same feeling on the full swing. And when I do the full swing, do a practice swing that would look like that. Let's go through that. So process-wise, practice swing, eyes up, chest up, thumbs down. Go to the golf ball, go through that position into a full follow through is the idea. So that's it. Throw the club at the target or nearest down it at the target to give you the best results. So let's talk about throwing. Throw it in the right place. Even if I don't like that word, let's own that word and do it the right way rather than throw the wrong way. So I hope you've enjoyed this video looking at throwing. If you have, please click like and share the video. Also, please post questions or comments down below. Really welcome any feedback, particularly requests for different types of videos going forward. Also, if you haven't already followed or subscribed, please hit my logo down below and join me on my journey and let me help you improve your golf. Lastly, thank you for joining me today. Hope it's helping. Hope to see you back here at the Forest of Arden real soon.